Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. A very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this very Tuesday morning edition. Yes, it is Tuesday morning and it's a day for Champions League, right? Champions League football. The last 16 group matches will be played today and tomorrow. Then on Thursday, it's going to be Conference League football for Chelsea. But right now, few things I would like us to talk about. Yes, whilst we prepare for the game against Copenhagen, I have something I would like to discuss with you briefly for your breakfast. You see, Chelsea was sold 3 seasons ago or 3 years ago to these Americans. I mean, Roman Abramovich was forced to let go of his club. Something that gives him joy. The man was just happy to own a club, to see his football club winning games, winning trophies. He's just happy about it. He did not buy Chelsea for business sake. He did not buy Chelsea to be making profit out of. No. This guy is an oligarch. He has businesses. Oil tycoon. So he was not really caring so much about profit margin now. All that he cares about is the club winning trophies. Now, when the Russia-Ukraine war started, the British government sanctioned all the people that were somehow involved with Putin or friends of Putin. Yes, friends of Putin. And unfortunately, as an oil businessman, it was alleged that he has an influence over Putin. And you know what that means? If once it is alleged you have an influence over Putin, or you're a friend to Putin, they'll expect you to play a role in trying to stop Putin from, the war in Ukraine. In trying to insist that, look, we are partners in business. They were expecting all of Putin's friends to actually be more like against Putin for the war in Ukraine. And so for Putin to go into the war, part of the sanctions affected Roman Abramovich. And not just only him, many of Putin's allies around the world. But in UK especially, it affected Roman Abramovich the most. Now, selling the club, he was forced to let go of the club. That is just a fact. And before he left, he made it very clear that monies raised from the sale of the club, because when the British government had taken over the club, he has no choice to let them have it. He's not a British, he's a Russian. But he made it very clear that anyone that will sell this club to, no matter the amount, the proceeds from the sales should be donated. The proceeds should be donated to the victims of Russian-Ukraine war. The money should be donated to support the victims of the Russian-Ukraine war. Now, 3 years down the lane, the money is still sitting there idle. The money is still in the UK. The money has still not been disbursed to the victims, and many are asking questions. Well, yesterday, the news, it came up again, even in the British Parliament. And after journalists were, posed the same question to the parliamentarians in the UK, it has come out, according to Sky Sport, it has come out that there are 2 reasons why the money is still, in the banks, why the money is still with the UK government. One, Abramovich says that the money should be distributed between Ukraine and Russian victims. The British government want the money to go to only Ukraine victims of the war. And Roman Abramovich says that both Ukraine and Russia should benefit. British government don't want to, assist the Russian victims. They only want to focus on the Ukrainian victims. But the initial agreement they had with Roman Abramovich was that the money should go to both countries, Ukraine and Russian war victims. This is the issue. This is why the money is still there in the UK. Yes. If the British government should go ahead and give all the cash out to the Ukrainian victims, Roman Abramovich could sue them. So right now, we understand the British government are still in touch with Roman Abramovich's agents, and they are now trying to negotiate a deal. And very soon, the funds, 2.5 million pounds, yes, 2.5 million pounds will be on its way to maybe both countries, Ukraine and Russia, maybe only to Ukraine. But what is actually holding the money still in the UK banks is this issue. The money, according to Roman Abramovich, should be distributed between the Russian-Ukrainian victims. The British government don't want to assist the Russian victims. Rather, they want to only go in for the Ukrainian victims. And what was agreed on, which is on paper, is both countries. This is what has delayed so far the distribution of the money. The Foreign Office has confirmed that the proceeds from the 2.5 million pounds sale, 2.5 billion pounds sale almost 3 years ago remained frozen in a UK bank account. And this is the reason they gave. So until Roman Abramovich agreed on terms, on new deal, new terms, dear friends, why won't he just come back for his club from these Americans? After all, European court recently ruled that those decisions that were taken against Roman Abramovich were wrong. The court, about, is it a month ago or 2 months ago? Is there any way, any turnaround, is there any way he can turn around and get his club back from these guys? I know it will surely be another battle in the courts. It will not be easy for him unless if he's coming back to buy it again. And if the British government would like to sell, that is if these current owners are also ready to sell. So it's not going to be easy. I know Chelsea fans, we want our man back to take over our club. As you can see him right there, Roman Abramovich, he was forced to sell the club. And until now, the money is still sitting right there in a British bank. Well, dear friends, one thing that we need to understand here is that when it comes to the British, their way of doing things sometimes, so long as it pleases them and they are a bit of conservative, a British can be smiling with you, yet he or she will be pinning you down. Yeah, he'll be smiling with you and yet he'll be doing you evil. That is their style. They will not talk too much. They'll be smiling with you, but they'll make sure they'll drain you, all the blood out of your body. That is how British behave. Dear friend, let's move on. Quickly, Chelsea last faced Copenhagen during the 2010-2011 season. Oh, most of you guys forgot, right? We are facing them again on Thursday. Chelsea last faced Copenhagen during the 2010-2011 season when we met in the Champions League round of 16. A brace from Nicolas Anelka in the first leg at the Copenhagen Stadium secured our progression to the final 8 of the competition in that campaign. After a goalless draw at Stamford Bridge in the reverse leg. So when they came to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea could not beat them. We only overpowered them in their own home through 2 goals, yes, from this old man on your screen, Nicolas Anelka. You remember Anelka? Yeah, he scored the brace all the way in their stadium, Copenhagen Stadium in Copenhagen. That was where the 2 goals were scored, and that is how Chelsea qualified to the last 8 of the Champions League in 2010, 2011, Champions League season. Dear friends, that was the last time the two teams met. What do you expect? I said it before, that Chelsea is yet to face the toughest game in this Conference League against Copenhagen. Yeah. If we are able to beat them both home and away, or let's just say we beat them home, which is, of course, we should be able to do that, and secure a draw away, the rest should just be a cruise for us to lift the trophy. Yeah. Well, we move on. Quickly, I'm about to let you go. What do you have again? Chelsea are refusing to rule out the possibility of attempting to sign Bart Verbruggen from or when the transfer window reopens in the summer, as the Brighton and Albion star is on their radar as they contemplate luring a new first choice goalkeeper to Stamford Bridge. All this is, what word should I use for it? Let me not even think of it twice. I don't know whether Brighton has done some, is it juju, I'll call it, or whatever, on Chelsea. I don't know what Brighton has that we don't have. Every time, instead of us, we aim higher. Every time we are looking at Brighton, what do they have so we can go and get it? Meanwhile, look at their position on the league table. Are we admitting and accepting the fact that we are a Brighton level team right now? Is that what we are? We move on. Chelsea have hired Arsenal's Mark Mason as assistant head of goalkeeping. Assistant head of goalkeeper. I saw this few days ago, and I was wondering, Arsenal's Mark Mason as our assistant head of goalkeeping. That means that we have a head of goalkeeping. We are signing this Mark Mason from Arsenal as our assistant head of goalkeeping. Now, we keep buying. We are buying youngsters and we are buying, how do you call it? All these so-called technical men. Yet there is no progress. Few months ago, we went in for Brighton's Cueva. Yes, they said he is what? Set piece specialist. Set piece specialist. We went in for Cueva from Brighton. And we understand he is a set piece specialist. What does that mean? It means that he will be assisting. In fact, it's one of the reasons why Pochettino left. Yes, I remember vividly. When the idea came, when the idea was muted, he rejected that idea. He said he was okay with his coaching staff. And it's one of the reasons why at the end of the season, those disagreements, just as he was leaving, that was when, he even came before Pochettino left. Let me ask you as a Chelsea fan, have you seen any improvement in our set piece area? Be it free kicks. How many free kicks did we score this season? From corner kicks, have you seen any difference, any big difference? Or these guys are just piling up, these sporting directors, they are just piling up more staffs to milk these American owners. That is the way I see it. They are just piling up free kick specialist, very soon to be free kick assistant specialist. Now we have head of goalkeeping, assistant head of goalkeeping. Not even head of, not the goalkeeper trainer. This is not goalkeeper trainer. This is assistant head of goalkeeping. Not the goalkeeper. That means we have head of goalkeeping. We have assistant head of goalkeeping now. We have goalkeeper trainer, and we definitely have assistant goalkeeper trainer. That is how they are piling up men, milking the coffers. Everybody want to eat from these Americans. No wonder we are not achieving any results. Because when too many heads are talking, too many mouths are talking, no action can be taken. We have already, I'm not too sure when it's going to end. Just as we are buying young players everywhere. Once that we heard that this player has scored a free kick, say, oh, he's a prospect, we go for him. Once there's a head up somewhere, say, oh, he's a prospect, we're going for him. Every single thing. We have become what? A nursery. We become a nursery, right? Kindergarten. Yes, from kindergarten you go to nursery. So Chelsea has become a nursery to groom players and to sell. I'm sorry. Dear friends, I'm about to run out. Quickly. Joao Felix issue is not dying anytime soon. Joao Felix is always in the news, even with AC Milan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we understand Joao Felix will be returning to Chelsea at the end of the season due to the circumstances surrounding the deal right now. His performance, even the fans are on his nerves right now as we speak. But you know why? You know what? Someone like me, Joao Felix is one player that I will not give up on. I will not give up on. Just like I support Jackson, and I will continue to support Jackson through thick and thin. Like even Modric, when Modric was around, I kept supporting him. I will support Joao Felix to succeed in Chelsea. And we actually need a player like Joao Felix in our setup. Even on the bench, so long as the player is not complaining. He's a typical number 10. He's perfect for the number 10 position. As a backup, if not for a starter. Anything can happen to Cole Palmer. He can unlock doors that no one else except Cole Palmer can in this setup. He can unlock defense that no one else can do the same except maybe Cole Palmer. So both players, we don't need to let go Joao Felix. We've already bought him. During the summer, as a matter of fact, in a game like the conference we're going to have on Thursday, those are the kind of games that we should have just allowed Joao Felix to stay and to play full 90 minutes. After all, Cole Palmer is not registered for the Conference League. So those are the games. I will be excited to see his combination play with Estaval and maybe another striker in the summer. What do you think, dear friends? Let me hear from you guys in the comment section. I'm about to let you guys go. But quickly, Badiashile was spotted yesterday in training. Badiashile was spotted in training. That is a good news for Chelsea fans out there. Well, guys, I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. See you all when you see me. Shalom and peace.